ਪ੍ਰਧਾਨ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਜਸਟਿਨ ਟਰੂਡੋ ਨੇ ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ ਵਿੱਚ ਵਰਕਰਾਂ ਅਤੇ ਵਲੰਟੀਅਰਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਮੁਲਾਕਾਤ ਕੀਤੀ, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਘੋਸ਼ਣਾ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਉਸ ਦੀ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ, ਵੈਨਕੂਵਰ ਅਤੇ ਵਿਕਟੋਰੀਆ ਵਿੱਚ 4 ਸੁਰੱਖਿਅਤ ਸਪਲਾਈ ਪਾਇਲਟ ਪ੍ਰੋਜੈਕਟਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵਧਾਉਣ ਲਈ $3.5 ਮਿਲੀਅਨ ਦਾ ਨਿਵੇਸ਼ ਕਰ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ। ਪ੍ਰਧਾਨ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਜਸਟਿਨ ਟਰੂਡੋ ਨਾਲ ਮਾਨਸਿਕ ਸਿਹਤ ਦੇ ਸੰਘੀ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਵੀ ਮੌਜੂਦ ਰਹੇ।
So today, we're investing $3.5 million to extend 4 safer supply pilot projects in Vancouver, Victoria, and Toronto, including the Safer Opioid Supply Program here at the Parkdale Queen West Community Health Centre. As workers in community health centres know, these projects are important because they help reduce the risk of overdose by using prescribed medications as an alternative to toxic illegal drugs. They're also important because they can connect people who use drugs to other health and social services. We know that there's a whole ecosystem we have to build, that being there to provide one service means being able to engage with all the other services that are so often needed by people suffering with addictions. And that's where the work you do on the front lines and the support you have on a way into their lives is so incredibly important as well, so we can help them. It is a real pleasure to be here with you all today. I'm looking forward to hearing from you on the real lived experiences that you've had on the front lines of this epidemic that hasn't gone away or even diminished, no matter how much our attention has been turned away to other things. As a number of people have said, in many ways it has gotten worse. And one of the things we've learned from the pandemic, and we're learning from crises, is you can't ignore them. You need to lean into them. You need to step up if you want to solve and make sure that we're getting through this in the right kind of way. So learning directly from you on what tools you need, what tools we need to use to build stronger communities, to create that sense of belonging and connection with community for people who have often been marginalized by so many things and by life, but to bring them back in, to give them the support and set them in a place where they can find themselves a path forward is so incredibly important. It's great to be here with Minister Bennett, who is doing extraordinary work. Thank you for everything you're doing on a file we wish we didn't need, but boy, oh boy, do we ever need. The challenges of mental health through this pandemic and everything else that is stressors these days are significant. Layer on top of that, as Arif pointed out, the opioid epidemic that we've been dealing with since before the pandemic, but that was accelerated and aggravated by the pandemic. It's significant. Also, with great community MPs like Nate Erskine-Smith, Julie Taleb Wilson joining us from the West Coast, it's wonderful to see everyone coming together in this